Welcome to Cowboys Flashback. I'm Britt Johnson. We are going to win this game, is what Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy said to the media when he returned to the facility after dealing with COVID. There were mixed feelings about his statement, but Cowboys fans overall appreciated the confidence and hey, it worked. Although this game got a little close at the end, the Cowboys did close it out with a victory 27-20 over the divisional rivals Washington football team.
Well, we talked all for a while about the three of y'all back on the field together, and of course I know that there's more to it, the Dorrance and all those guys, but the three of you guys rushing it, was this kind of the blueprint of what y'all have been talking about?
Yeah, man. We had a great day today. We executed well. Now we got to get back to the drawing board, and come out stronger next week.
You've been in a few of these battles, Dallas and Washington, and this one meant more, obviously, to both teams. Could you tell how intense it was out there from the start?
Yeah, man. We just came out ready to give them what they asked for. They've been asking for Dallas all week, so we came out, ready for that war, and they got what they asked for.
Your coach came through and said that he expected to win. What does that do for a team, especially a veteran leader like yourself, when your coach comes out and says that?
I don't want no coach that's leading us to come out and say we're going to lose. I feel like he had the fullest confidence in us. He knew how we was preparing that week to come out here and play today. So, shout out to Coach for letting y'all know what it was going to be.
What'd you think of those benches there on the sideline, the Cowboy benches?
I ain't even paying no attention.
You see, you know that they're there?
I try to stay off the bench.
Okay. And then one more, your defense, you got it close again, a 7-point game. You needed to go out and make a stop. Just talk about Randy getting the big play. And every time your defense really needed to play, you guys have made it.
Absolutely, man. That's our motto all year is, we got to be the ones that win the game up front. And, shout out to Randy for making that huge stop at the end of the game. And shout out to the whole D-line and the whole defense, man. Played a hell of a game today.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you.
This is the 123rd all-time meeting between the two franchises, and for Dak Prescott, well, his all-time record against Washington has now improved to 8-1.
Good team win. Obviously, we've got to do a better job of finishing on offense, but credit to our defense. Two turnovers that I had, they got the ball right back, and that's what all I can ask for. That's all you can ask for is an offense. But as you said, got going pretty early, got a good lead, but then we've got to be able to finish it off and not let them back in the game.
How frustrating is that when you can't finish it off?
Yeah, it's frustrating. We got high standards and high expectations for ourselves. So when you're not moving the ball and you're not scoring points, you're only scoring 6 points in the second half. Yeah, it's not acceptable. We've got to be better than that in the latter part of the year, obviously, as you get ready to go play better teams, play division teams, and play in the playoffs.
You talked to us about getting that connection back with your receivers after y'all each missed some time. Where is it today relative to where you want it to be?
I've got to go back and look at it. Tough to just say it raw without watching the tape, but we can always be better. Every throw, every rep, every play is growing is a process, and it's experience. It's something that we can get better regardless if it's completed, regardless if we feel good about the way that it happened, we can be better.
What did you see on that fourth quarter interception, and how did that play break down the way it did?
At the end of the day, I've got to take the sack. Don't put the ball in harm's way, and that's the bottom line, honestly. No excuse for that, period.
Jack, when you got shoved out of bounds, what happened on that play, and what was your reaction when you see Zeke and Lyle standing up for you like that?
Yeah, obviously I'm rolling. I'm just trying to make a play. Felt like it was close on the call. Turned back to look at the ref and just saw a lot going on. Can't say that I saw details or know exactly what happened, but obviously respect and love the fact of my teammates standing up for me, and that's just how all of us feel about one another. That's just not them protecting me, but that's how any of us would protect any of our brothers and our teammates in that position. So, thankful for those guys, and that.
Let's be honest, the entire defense really deserves my game ball this week, but my selection was definitely a must. Stay tuned to find out who I selected.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, is brought to you by AT&T. Choose VA. Veterans get the benefits you've earned. Visit choose.va.gov. And by Reliant, an NRG company. This segment is brought to you by AT&T.
Well, the defense had a day on Sunday, and there were some pretty amazing plays, which we'll get into later on the show. And particularly one tugged at everybody's heart, and that came halfway through the first quarter. The Washington football team secured an easy interception, and the Dallas Cowboys defense answered back with a pick of their own by Randy Gregory, his first NFL interception of his career. Now, this game was Randy Gregory's first back since being placed on IR during Week 9 after suffering a calf injury during practice.
All right, I said this to Neville. I'll say this to you. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How did it feel to get out there and make a few plays out there, especially the ones at the end?
It felt good. You know, the most important thing is getting the win. Got out the game healthy. Made some plays. You know, so it was a good way to come back. Just a few things I got to fix for my pass rush plan, things like that, and get right back at it next week.
What did you see at the end on the last play, the sack, the fumble? Could you get a good view of it? And what did you think it was? He was down, or?
I honestly didn't see that he threw it until like the very, very last second. I thought I had sacked him, but at the same time I thought, you know, he threw the ball away. His knee was probably down by then. Thankfully it was. So big play for us. We just need to close out games earlier than that, you know.
You going to try you out at receiver now or tight end or anything? What?
No, you saw how fast I was on the interception, so they're still giving me a little bit of shit about that. But like I said, main thing is make the play.
Go talk us through that play, because there's a lot happening there. You're getting blocked. You got to get over the block, then get up and tip it, and then find it again and catch it. I thought it was an amazing play. Was it one of your better plays you've ever?
Definitely. I mean, I think it just shows my instincts and a little bit of athleticism. You know, it's funny. We worked on cut blocks a couple weeks ago with, Dan Quinn was out there with a helmet on in practice, and that's the drill right there. You know, get the cut block down, get your hands up. Thankfully, I was able to get in the lane and get my left hand and block it. And at that point, I was just trying to figure out which way was the right way to go, because I was looking up and wasn't really sure which way was the right end zone, and was just trying not to get hawked from behind or from the ball.
So first game this year with yourself and Neville and Tank and Parsons all together. I think everyone got a sack. Dorrance got a touchdown. I mean, this is kind of what the blueprint is for this defense.
We expect to do a lot of great things. It's really about our preparation and going out there and executing. I think when guys really have their laser focus, as far as the game plan and things like that, we really go out there and ball out. And guys are going to make plays. We got a lot of guys that can rush the pass. We got a lot of guys that can play the run. A lot of guys that really want to go out there and make a play and be that guy to make that play. So just got to give guys the opportunity to do that.
One more. Your coach came out this week and said he expects you to win the game. What was your take about that? And obviously you agreed. Do you like it when your head coach is not afraid to say that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we preach all week about supreme confidence, and Rob Davis, he talks about all the time, and so to have that level of confidence from our head coach, obviously it's going to trickle down to the rest of the guys. And they wanted us and they got us. We showed up, we played, we got the win. Got to come back and beat them again this next game.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you, Randy.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Now, Randy not only had a pick, but also a sack and a forced fumble with under 3 minutes to go in the game, which, let's just say, saved the game for the Dallas Cowboys. Randy is now the second player in Cowboys history to record a sack, a forced fumble, and an interception in a single game. I think Cowboys Nation is very happy to have Randy Gregory back, and I am happy to give him my game ball this week. Dorrance Armstrong was also able to secure his first touchdown of his NFL career during Sunday's matchup.
All right, well, tell us the last time that you got in the end zone. I mean, how long has it been?
I don't even know, man. A long time. I haven't touched the ball like that in a long time, bro. So that felt good. I told Micah thank you, because when he got the sack, I was watching the ball the whole time when he just coughed up, and then my focus went to just pick the ball up.
Tell us about getting all those guys back in here, back in the game again, rotating with Parsons and you and of course D-Law and Gregory.
It's a great feeling to have that much talent in one room and to be able to play off each other. I mean, we've been looking forward to this for a long time since camp, and we already knew what the potential of having everybody together and healthy could do. So now it's that time to show it.
What was it like to the intense rivalry of this game? It seemed like it was, you could tell from the start it was going to be one of those battles.
Yeah, Coach Mike made sure that got the point across early in the week, so we already knew it was coming to a battle, and we got to play like we played.
When your coach says that he guarantees a win, do you guys look at that as pressure or confidence from him?
That's for sure confidence. We appreciate him believing in us like that, and we just want to make him look good as a coach.
What did you think about that bench over there, the Cowboys bench? Nice, warm?
It was nice, warm, but the people behind it was a little crazy, man. They wouldn't let us even focus, but no, it's all good. It was fun. It was a good environment.
Like the fans, or what?
Yeah, they was going crazy. They was going crazy.
Offense sells tickets, but defense wins games, and we have the best of Week 14's matchup next.
This segment was brought to you by AT&T. This segment is brought to you by Ashley HOMESTORE, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
With Tony Pollard out of the game with a foot injury, Corey Clement got some action, and even CeeDee Lamb was spotted at running back for the first time since he was in high school.
CD, how important was it for you guys to come away with a win like this? Your coach guaranteed it. You guys came out and backed it up.
Guaranteed, I mean, what you want him to say, we were going to lose? But nah, it's all in the game. You know, it's a division game. It's December. It's very clutch. And for us to just come out and perform the way we did, ultimately get the dub, and actually see them in 2 weeks at home, it's huge, man. And got to ride this momentum on. We got to ride it the next 4 games that we have, and just keep pushing, get better.
You've heard a lot about the rivalry. I know this is your 3rd game in it. Last year was a little different, but was this kind of what everyone's been talking about? Kind of some fights, some chippiness. I mean, this is kind of what you've expected.
Yeah, it's a rivalry, so, and it's big, and that's what you like. You know, the little chippiness, the little trash talk, all the extra little nudges. I mean, it makes the game. That's what makes, you know, us love football and the fans to love football. So just ultimately to get the fans what they want and us to do what we love, you know, it's huge. And obviously we love to come on the winning side of it. So
what you like about running the football, and when's the last time you've done it as a running back?
In high school. I didn't do it in college, but you know, it felt good to be back. I was a running back once, so I mean, I'm not really new to it.
With you, you're obviously taller than most backs. Is there anything you got? I mean, you got looking at it from a vision standpoint, or do you look at it like, you know, and trying to cut it back? I mean, is there anything particular that you look at as every play different?
Not necessarily. It depends on what the defense is giving me and what the play is called. And obviously we had the toss, and I'm just reading my blocks and reading my keys, man, and just doing what I got to do to get positive yards.
Micah Parsons secured his 11th sack of the season as the first quarter was coming to a close. The sack was also a forced fumble, which was recovered by Dorrance Armstrong, who ran the ball in for his very first career touchdown.
You know, when you see all 5 of us down, they're going 5-0. I mean, everybody got opportunity to win their one-on-one. I mean, I think you guys saw the significance they made when they came back. I mean, Randy and D-Law both came in with a sack, and Randy with the pick. So, I mean, just having them back and them getting back in the swing of things, getting ready for this big run we're trying to do, is just only going to go up from here.
It seems like so many of your sacks, big plays, come in big moments, 3rd down, 4th down. Is there anything you can pinpoint to that? Or?
Yeah, you know, 1st and 2nd down, I think those times where you might get a mix of run and pass, but 3rd and 4th down is when you hunt. And I think those is the money downs that go. You got opportunity where they might hold the ball a little bit longer and you get to that quarterback. So those you should look forward to 3rd and 4th down.
Did you see another running back in pass protection after your 2nd sack?
No, I didn't. I mean, I love that anytime, any day of the week. 365 a year, baby.
You saw Trayvon have the interception game streak earlier this year, and now you have a 6-game streak of having a sack. You just kind of feel like the next level that you're at. What's the streak feel like?
It feels good to just get home, and the coaches dialing up my number more belief that I'm going to get home, things like that. But, I mean, I think it's just going off of just we feeding off each other. I mean, I think Trey's doing more than I'm knowing, not even watching. You know, he got quarterbacks holding the ball now, and so it gives me opportunity to get to the quarterback more. So, you know, it just always complement each other more than you know.
How did your pass rush opportunities today compared to what your expectations were given the other night?
You know, I think I still had the same amount of reps out there. I mean, I don't think they took anything back from me. I think they still want to keep me going, still keep me alive, but also at the same time still keep me fresh. You know, we still got a lot of games left, and you know, I think a lot of the coaches looking forward to the bigger picture more than just right now, though.
Micah ended the game with 2 sacks for a total of 12 on the season, becoming the first Cowboys rookie to have 3 multi-sack games in his rookie season. The Cowboys had a total of 5 sacks, including the one you're about to see next on this week's Gap Moment.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley HOMESTORE, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome back, everybody. Britt Johnson here with Dallas Cowboys senior writer Nick Eatman for this week's Gap Moment. It's a Victory Monday.
Yeah.
It was an interesting game. Defense was great, and I know you got some great plays for us for Gap this week, so I'm going to just let you take it away.
If you haven't noticed by now, this Micah Parsons can make plays. I mean, he's pretty good. And this, before we even started, just remember, now we've talked a lot about what's going to happen when all these linemen get back. Where's Micah Parsons going to play? Well, here he is right here. And then he's not there very long. He rushes. I mean, that right there, let's rewind it back real quick before we get going, because this is really important to it. It looks like he's playing linebacker for a second. That's what Taylor Heinicke's looking at. And then this is how quick he is. He can get there fast. He's right up on the guard. Him and D-Law from the same side. There's no way you can block him. Gets the fumble. Great job by Dorrance Armstrong. He's got a lot of time. Just pick up the ball, scoop, and score. He talked about that in his interview. He said, hey, all I was thinking was the scoop, maybe the dance as well. But we watch, I mean, he's basically getting held here. Parsons, doesn't even matter. Gets through, makes the play on the ball, and just, I mean, smashes him to the ground. And this is why, and this is the game-altering play, because it was 11-0, and all of a sudden it's 18-0, just like that. But what I want to focus on, too, is just the fact of there's only a couple places you can hit a quarterback. You know, you can't hit him high, you can't hit him low, you can hit him right there. That might be a rap song. But the way he hit him right there, I mean, he gets his helmet on the ball, he doesn't hit him in the head, the ball's moving around. It's just a textbook play from a guy that I mean, Rookie of the Year is just so far out of reach now. We're looking at bigger and better things now.
I saw former Cowboys Des Bryant posted, and he was like, this is just Defensive Player of the Year. Like, forget about it. Like, this guy has been playing amazing. 12 sacks on the season so far. We have predictions he's going to get a lot more than that, I feel like.
Well, just look at where they came from last year. I mean, the defense was one of the worst in the history of the franchise, and he's not by himself. Dan Quinn, Gregory, those guys are making some great plays, but he has done an amazing job to kind of get them on that level, and every week he's making a game-altering play.
Yes, I think he was ours last week, too, and it's just going to keep going. We're just going to change this to Micah's Play of the Game.
Micah's Gap Award,
Yes. Well, we will be right back because Twitter is amped up on this Victory Monday after last night's win. We'll see you guys soon.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, presented by Reliant, was brought to you by AT&T, Reliant, an NRG company, and by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.
Welcome back, y'all. Before we get out of here, we have to do something a little like our other show, Cowboys Rewind, because our first tweet that I'm going to show you guys kind of looks like a caption that moment, because we have this amazing photo of Randy Gregory after he sacks their quarterback and says, I'll be here all day, Randy Gregory. You got to love it, right? It was a great game. Let's keep them moving here. Now, Ambar Garcia, who actually works for the Dallas Cowboys, said, I need friends like Zeke and Lyell. I mean, don't we all need a good friend that's going to have our back if somebody comes for us? Good way to protect our quarterback on that one. I don't think anybody was mad at him getting suspended or getting kicked out of the game. Now, Nate said, adding a healthy DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory back to the Cowboys defense makes them absolutely terrifying. Who knew? Well, I'll tell you who knew. I knew that, and I know other Cowboys Nations fans knew that too. This team is explosive. The defense looked great yesterday. I am so excited to see more of that. And last but not least, David Hellman said 3 of the Cowboys' final 4 are against teams with a losing record. So there's still plenty of time for the offense to get on track. Maybe it's not yet time to panic, but it's totally fair to be concerned. Yes, these last games are mostly NFC East games besides the game against the Cardinals, which will be a night game. But you guys, we are looking great, and if we keep going like this, I think we'll win the NFC East, right? Next week in Week 15, we have the Giants that we will be taking on. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Cowboys Flashback this week. I'm Britt Johnson, and I'll see y'all next time.